boys and girls, this is Math Chapter 12, Lesson 6. We are starting on page 772 in your textbook. I'm going to quickly review some of the shapes that we've been talking about this week because today we're going to talk about what makes up the shape. What shapes do we need to make the shape, okay, to make it 3D? So these three-dimensional shapes are made up of two-dimensional shapes. First, we have a sphere. Next, we have our cube. Okay, and I'll point out that a cube is made up of 6 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4 around the sides and 1 on the top, 1 on the bottom makes our cube. Which one's next? Rectangular prism. Okay, made up of shapes. Here's a rectangle, if I just look at it flat. Another rectangle, rectangle, rectangle. Okay, made up of different rectangles. A cylinder, circle on the top, circle on the bottom. And then actually, I need a rectangle shape to wrap around in order to make the cylinder shape. So I'm going to show you, if I take off the label of my soup can that goes all the way around the soup, you will see that it is actually a rectangle shape. So when they're making a label for something that is rounded, they can make it a flat label, and then it would circle all the way around. So sorry, I'm going to go off the camera for just a second and get this label peeled off for you so that you can see that when I need to make a cylinder, I actually need a rectangle also. So here we go. So here's my rectangle label. And then we have the top of the can and the bottom of the can, which are 2 circles, and then my rectangle shape, which would be all the way around my can. Then we have our pyramid, which is made up of triangles. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles, and 1 square at the bottom. So each of my triangles comes off from the sides of the square. So that's how I remember that I have 4 triangles and 1 square. Then we have our cone. So a cone is made up of a circle at the bottom. And then the cone, if we were to unwrap a cone, is actually like a, like if you think about when they make an ice cream cone, they would circle it around each other. So it starts out as almost like a triangle, and then it comes around and forms the cone shape, like an ice cream cone. And I think I had all my shapes, so that's all my shapes. So today in your book, on page 772, you are going to decide which shapes I need to make our 3-dimensional shapes. So our example at the top says the faces of 3-dimensional shapes are 2-dimensional shapes. So here is my cube, okay, just like my block here, and it is showing that I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different squares, and if I taped them all together, I would make a cube. Okay, this one is circle the shapes that make the 3-dimensional shapes. So which of these shapes do I need in order to make this shape? So if you look carefully at the picture, you will see I need a square for the top and the bottom. Okay, it's almost like in a pink color. And then I need rectangles for the 4 sides in that purple color. Okay, moving on to number 2. The top and the bottom of my cylinder are circles, so I would definitely need to circle the cylinder. And then that's why I wanted to show you the soup can label. In order to make a cylinder, I also need the rectangle. I need the shape that's going to go all the way around. Okay, number 3, you can skip. It looks like they were trying to make a pyramid and it got cut off. So you can maybe circle the square because it's saying what shape do you need to make this. So you could just circle the square. But if I put these shapes together, it's almost like they flip-flopped it. If I put 4 triangles plus 1 square all together correctly, I can make a pyramid. Okay, on the back side here, circle the shapes that make the 3-dimensional shape again. Then this one, this is like what was happening on the page before. They are asking if I have 2 squares and 4 rectangles, which of these 3 shapes could I make correctly? Okay, same with this one, number 7. If I have 6 squares, which of these 3 shapes can I make correctly? Okay, so have fun with the shapes, and I'll see you back for the next lesson.